Hi, my name is Hanah Barnard, and I'm a freshman student in Honors Art History at the University of Arkansas. Today, I'll be talking about Three People on Four Benches by George Segal, which is currently on display at the Crystal Bridges Art Museum in Bentonville, Arkansas. George Segal lived in New York with his parents, who immigrated from Eastern Europe. While preparing for a career in math and science, Segal discovered his love for art. Starting with painting and then working his way to sculpture and plaster figures, Segal used his friends and family members as models for his work. Created by Segal in 1979, Three People on Four Benches shows three white figures resting on two of four benches. A majority of Segal's pieces contain white plaster figures participating in everyday activities, like sitting in chairs or walking. Throughout his career, Segal won many awards, such as the International Lifetime Achievement Award for Sculpture in 1992 and the National Medal of Honor in 1999. Segal's sculpture is seemingly simplistic, without many intricate elements. There are no harsh lines within the sculpture, just soft curves that would naturally follow the human body. The lack of balance is one of the more intriguing aspects of this piece, as two of the four benches are left empty. We see two people sitting casually on one of the benches, while the other sits alone with arms crossed on the bench diagonal from the other two. This makes one side seem heavier than the other, and creates asymmetry within the piece. The sculpture takes advantage of space, making it three-dimensional and interactive. Viewers can sit next to each sculpture, touch, and feel it. Absent of eye-catching colors, all three figures are solid white, creating a sense of unity within the piece. George Segal, along with other artists like Roy Lichtenstein and Andy Warhol, was associated with the pop art movement. The pop art movement began in England during the 1950s and made its way to America in the 60s. During this time period, America underwent massive cultural change, with the Civil Rights Movement, Women's Liberation Movement, and the middle of the Vietnam War all taking place. These changes brought forth a generation of activists, protesters, poets, and artists who looked to make change within their current society. Pieces associated with this movement are characterized by simple designs and bright, usually primary colors. Artists took inspiration from everyday items, from soup cans, celebrities, and mass media. Printmaking was a popular medium used by the artists, which allowed multiple copies of a work to be produced. While many of the pop artists focused on advertisements, celebrities, and logos for their inspiration, Segal focused on everyday people, the consumers of mass media. This focus, along with the absence of the bright primary colors, set him apart from the other artists of the pop art movement. Segal brought attention to cultural issues taking place during the 50s and 60s time period, with pieces depicting the gay rights movement, the Great Depression, and the Holocaust. Despite his visual differences with the other artists of this time, he's still associated with the pop art movement because of his focus on ordinary things that can be seen by people in daily life. While walking around the Crystal Bridges Museum, Segal's piece caught my eye. Amongst detailed paintings and intricate sculptures, it draws attention with its contrasting plain white color. All of Segal's work has a similar style, white plastic figures engaging in normal activities. Most of his work depicts the same figures, lacking color and complex details. The pop art movement is one of my favorite time periods of art history, and I appreciate the depth that separates Segal from the other artists of this time.